Imagine a world where luxury isn't just enjoyed, it's engineered. Where every product, every brand, every experience is carefully designed to feel exclusive, timeless, and irresistible. A world where the definition of wealth is not loud, but refined. Not flashy, but quietly dominant. Welcome to the empire of Bernard Arnault. But even in a world filled with billionaires, there's something different about him. Bernard Arnault doesn't just spend money, he controls the very idea of luxury itself. As the man behind LVMH, the largest luxury conglomerate in the world, his influence stretches across fashion, jewelry, watches, perfumes, and even hospitality. His lifestyle isn't just about wealth, it's about shaping what the world considers valuable. Paris is where it all begins, not just as a city, but as a symbol. For Arnault, Paris isn't a backdrop, it's the center of his empire. His presence is felt in the quiet elegance of Avenue Montaigne, in the flagship stores of Dior and Louis Vuitton, and in the cultural institutions he supports. Unlike many billionaires who retreat into private islands, Arnault operates at the heart of global culture. His world is not hidden, it's curated. Let's start with his homes. But calling them homes doesn't quite capture it. Bernard Arnault's residences reflect the same philosophy as his brands: understated, precise, and deeply intentional. His primary residence in Paris is known for its architectural beauty and privacy, blending classic French design with modern minimalism. Every detail, from the artwork on the walls to the materials used in construction, reflects a collector's mindset. And that's where things get interesting. Because Arnault isn't just a businessman, he's a serious art collector. His personal collection includes works by Picasso, Warhol, Basquiat, and Yves Klein. But unlike many collectors who keep their art hidden, Arnault turned his passion into a public legacy through the Fondation Louis Vuitton. This striking glass building in Paris isn't just a museum, it's a statement. A place where art, architecture, and branding merge into one experience. Now here's where his lifestyle takes a different turn compared to most billionaires. While others chase attention with supercars and extravagant displays, Arnault's approach is quieter, but far more powerful. He doesn't need to show wealth, because he owns the brands that define it. When someone buys a Louis Vuitton bag, a Dior dress, or a Tag Heuer watch, they're stepping into his world. And that's the real luxury. His transportation reflects this same philosophy. Yes, Bernard Arnault owns private jets, but even here, there's a layer of strategy. At one point, he reportedly sold his jet to avoid being tracked by competitors and journalists, choosing instead to charter aircraft for discretion. That's not just wealth, that's control. The ability to move globally without being seen. But don't mistake subtlety for simplicity. Arnault's lifestyle includes access to some of the most exclusive experiences in the world. Private fashion shows, closed-door business deals, high-profile art auctions. These aren't events you can buy your way into. These are spaces where Arnault isn't just present, he's central. And then there's fashion, not just as an industry, but as a personal environment. Unlike celebrity CEOs, Arnault rarely seeks the spotlight. But when he does appear, whether at Paris Fashion Week or a major LVMH event, everything is intentional. His style is classic, tailored, and timeless. Dark suits, crisp shirts, no unnecessary flair. Because for him, fashion isn't about standing out, it's about setting the standard. But here's where the story becomes even more fascinating. The real engine behind Bernard Arnault's lifestyle isn't what he owns, it's what he controls. LVMH isn't just a company, it's a collection of over 70 luxury brands, each with its own identity, history, and audience. Louis Vuitton, Dior, Fendi, Givenchy, Bulgari, Sephora, these aren't just names, they're cultural forces. And Arnault sits at the center of all of them. Think about that for a moment. Every time a celebrity walks the red carpet wearing Dior, every time a new Louis Vuitton collection drops, every time a luxury watch is launched at Baselworld, Arnault's influence is there. Quiet, calculated, and global. And this is what makes his lifestyle so unique. He doesn't just participate in luxury, he manufactures it. Now let's talk about his global footprint. Arnault's presence isn't limited to Paris. His empire spans continents. From flagship stores in New York and Tokyo to vineyards in France and Italy, his world is interconnected. His investments in luxury hospitality, including high-end hotels and resorts, extend the LVMH experience beyond products into environments. This means his lifestyle isn't tied to one place. It's fluid, international, always moving. But here's the part most people don't see. Behind the polished image of luxury lies intense competition. Arnault is known for his strategic mindset, sometimes described as ruthless. He studies markets, acquires brands at the right moment, and transforms them into global powerhouses. His rise wasn't accidental. It was built through decades of calculated decisions. And that intensity carries into his daily life. Unlike the stereotypical billionaire lifestyle, filled with endless leisure, Arnault is deeply involved in his business. Even in his 70s, he remains active, attending meetings, reviewing designs, and shaping the future of his brands. His lifestyle isn't about slowing down, it's about maintaining control. Now let's shift to something more personal: family. For Arnault, legacy isn't just a concept, it's a structure. Several of his children are actively involved in LVMH, each holding key positions within the company. This isn't just succession planning, it's continuity. A way to ensure that the empire he built doesn't just survive, but evolves. And this adds another layer to his lifestyle. Because now, every decision isn't just about profit, it's about the future. About preserving identity. About maintaining dominance in an industry that constantly changes. But even with all this power, there's a surprising restraint. Arnault isn't known for extravagant parties or headline-making purchases. You won't see him buying the biggest yacht in the world or competing for the most expensive car collection. Instead, his spending reflects his philosophy: value over noise, legacy over trends. And yet, make no mistake, his access to luxury is unmatched. He can walk into any flagship store in his empire and see products before they're released. He can influence design decisions that will shape global fashion trends. He can sit at the intersection of art, business, and culture and move them all at once. That's a different kind of power. And then there's the cultural impact. Arnault didn't just build a business, he elevated luxury into a global language. Through LVMH, he helped transform brands into experiences, products into symbols, and fashion into identity. His influence goes beyond economics, it shapes how people see themselves. And this is where his lifestyle becomes something bigger than wealth. It becomes influence. Because when you control the brands that define aspiration, you're not just selling products, you're shaping dreams. But here's the question that keeps everything grounded. What does it actually feel like to live like Bernard Arnault? It's not about constant excitement or visible extravagance, it's about precision, about being in rooms where decisions affect industries, about knowing that your choices ripple across the world. It's a lifestyle built on awareness, control, and long-term vision. And that's what makes it so compelling. Because in a world where many billionaires chase attention, Arnault has mastered something else entirely: the art of quiet dominance. No loud statements, no unnecessary exposure, just influence. From the ateliers of Paris to the storefronts of New York, from the vineyards of Bordeaux to the runways of Milan, Bernard Arnault's world is everywhere, even when you don't see him. And that's the real story. This isn't just the billionaire life of Bernard Arnault. It's the architecture of modern luxury itself, a life where power is subtle, wealth is structured, and legacy is always in motion. Because in the end, Bernard Arnault doesn't just live in the world of luxury. He built it.